Hey guys, we're back with a Q&A so that you can find out more about what is happening in the entertainment industry. So, as you guys heard, Dean is a radio presenter at Smile, and I want to find out...
the mic there.
That's okay. If there's some feedback, just, make a beat with it. Loop it, and then let's see what kind of beat you can come up with.
We'll turn the TikTok trend.
Yeah, right? So I have some questions about radio stuff that I think they would find interesting because, I would find it interesting. Now, let's start off with being a radio presenter. Like, you get to interview people, right? So for you, who has been the most interesting person that you've been able to interview on the radio?
Oh, wow. I've been very fortunate to be able to speak to quite a lot of people about quite a lot of different things. And I would say there's probably about 2 or 3 that immediately stand out. One of them which stands out to me a lot is Claire Johnston from Mango Groove.
Oh, yeah?
I did an interview with her a couple of times, actually. I think I did it 2 or 3 times. And something that really stood out to me was when I did the 2nd or 3rd interview with her. It was quite a while after the first one.
Yeah?
And when I phoned her, because we did the interview over the phone, she remembered exactly who I was.
Oh, that's nice.
And I was like, whoa, like, this is a woman who was besties with Freddie Mercury. And she remembers who I was. I was like...
That's pretty awesome.
It was amazing. And I mean, just somebody like her who has had the career that she's had over the years and all the things that she's done and the people that she's gotten to meet and to be able to find out about it and all that kind of stuff. That was absolutely amazing.
That's so nice.
It was amazing. And I think another one that sticks out was Sipho Hotsticks Mabuse.
Yeah?
I did an interview with him as well. And I remember I was so nervous. I was so nervous. It must be nerve-wracking
though. I mean, it's like...
That's a music legend.
They have these big names for themselves and now you need to... Piet Pompies so gaan vragies vra, ne? It is insane, like...
It was super crazy. And I remember being so nervous to do the interview. And when that was another one that was also over the phone. And he was so calm, so polite, so nice and welcoming that by the end of the interview, I felt like I was talking on the phone to a friend. Yeah. Because he was so chilled and so nice. Yeah.
It's nice when the guests work with you so that it doesn't feel like...
No, completely. Feed off the energy.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I must say, that's always nice.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, the other one that stands out is the one you did with me. So... No, just joking. I wouldn't forget that because that was... For me, that was like a big deal.
Really?
Yeah, for me, it was a huge deal to be talking to a radio presenter that I listened to.
Yes.
And talking about one of my songs. For me, it was a big deal because we've been working really hard on our own music.
And now that's nothing compared to what you're doing now.
No, but the thing is that when you're hustling so hard as a muso and you get a break like that, I mean, you make dreams come true for these musos. It's something for everybody else. It might be something small, but as a muso, it's a big deal.
No, 100%.
And I think you are in the business of making some dreams come true. As small as it might sound to other people, I think it's a big deal.
Just call me the mayor of Emerald City. Just don't go behind the curtain.
Ooh, Dorothy. I think it's really cool that you get to just interview these people.
No, it is really
And I
cool.
agree with what you're saying. Like when somebody with such a big name remembers you, I had that moment at Idols when Tembi Sieta was there as a guest judge, and she walked past us in the corridor, and it was me, Stutikile, and Karabo, and she actually smiled, stopped, gave us all a hug, and greeted us by our names.
Wow.
So
you didn't have a name tag on?
No. That's why I was so shocked. It's like she watched the show and she did her research before coming on as a judge.
That's very
and
cool.
she knew who we were.
That's very
and
cool.
I thought I will never forget that.
That extra mile, that extra little bit of humanity.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
So, yeah. So, another one that I think is quite interesting for everyone to know. What does it take to make your song radio friendly? What do you think it is that makes the song pop on the radio and makes people enjoy it?
Well, I can't speak for every radio station because,
Yeah.
I mean, of course, different radio stations cater to different
Yeah,
markets
yeah.
and all that kind of stuff. But specifically for what we do at Smile, our music genre specifically on our station is AC pop, adult contemporary pop.
Yeah.
And of course, I think it goes without saying, if there's profanity in your music,
Yeah.
we can't look at it.
No.
But something else as well that we specifically look out for, because our station focuses so much on music that is easy to sing along to,
Oh, yeah.
music that is easy to listen to, all that kind of stuff. The catchier, the better.
Take notes.
Yeah, the catchier, the better. Of course, like I said, it goes without saying, no profanity. We can't like be dropping all kinds of bombs in music
Yeah.
on air. We will get into big trouble.
Yes.
And I would say just decent singing.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like a given, but you know, if you're
you hear some stuff.
we do. Unfortunately, I'm not going to
hear
name any
some
names or
stuff.
anything like that. I won't out anybody, but sometimes I will be honest, we do get some music submissions and whatnot, and you hear it and you think to yourself, like, ooh.
Why did you think this was okay to send to anyone?
Yeah, and the
Like,
thing
don't
is,
even send it to your mom.
like, I know your auntie said it sounds nice and whatever, but like, and I'm trying to say this with as much respect as possible because I know everybody's got goals and all that kind of stuff, but
yeah.
maybe just make sure you are like a decent enough singer
Send it
to
to
begin
someone
with.
in the industry that's
To
got
hear it
proper
first,
knowledge
yeah.
before submitting something to a
Definitely.
radio station.
Definitely.
I
and
mean-
it's I'm trying to be as diplomatic as possible, but you'd be surprised how often that happens.
No.
And you hear it and you think to yourself, like, no, what are you doing?
You know, I had to teach singing for a few years because I didn't want to work and do any other normal job.
In like corporate or whatever.
Yeah, I can't do things like that. And I had to keep a straight face with many people.
Yeah.
And it's not because it's like everyone asks me, can anyone sing? You can sing. Sometimes it might just be for fun.
Yeah.
And then sometimes, yes, you can sing as a profession.
Yes.
And I had a lot of kids that came to me just for fun.
Yeah.
And you know when someone's voice keeps breaking and those things happen, and I mean, it's like when someone trips. Your reaction is to start laughing.
It's to laugh, yeah.
And it's just that thing. And I have to sit there and keep a straight face.
Yeah.
You can't damage people
Yeah,
and
yeah,
laugh in
yeah,
their
yeah.
face.
Yeah.
So I get it. It's like, it's really, really hard to actually know what to do. And that's why I think, go to a professional.
No, definitely. Get a professional's opinion and get some kind of
Yeah.
professional training beforehand, because you don't want to... This is obviously a goal for this person or this band or this
Yeah.
group or whatever. That's why they're contacting you in the first place. But at the same time, you don't want to crush their dreams.
Exactly.
But you also want to be like...
Maybe no.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe
I
next
don't like
time.
that for you.
I don't love that journey for you.
Let's know. And then just one more thing that I think is interesting to know. What is life like for a radio presenter? Because,
A lot less glamorous than you think it is.
But that's the thing. Like, what is it like? Like, we hear you on our station all the time, and
Yeah.
we actually feel like we get to know the presenters and we're friends. What is it like for you as a presenter?
Well, first of all, a lot more work goes into it than what you think. Like, a lot of times when I'll meet people out in public, like if I'll go to a braai or whatever, and then you meet people and they
Yeah.
find out what I do for a living and all that kind of stuff, and they think like, oh, it's so nice, you only work 4 hours a day or whatever. No, I don't. There's a lot of work that goes into it. So we plan our content, we plan
Yes.
topics, we plan themes, all that kind of stuff. It's all put together beforehand. So by the time we go live on air and you hear us on air for the first time, we've had to put all of our things together. Show prep. We have to do show prep.
Kind of like a teacher that has to prep classes and stuff like that. You need the content there.
Exactly. We don't just walk into a studio and be like, okay,
Let's do this.
Let's just
Give me the
go.
mic.
Yeah.
All right, so today...
So yeah, there's a lot more work that goes into it than I think a lot of people think. But it's nice also when we do go out in public, And aside from the misconceptions, when you get to meet the people that listen to you.
Yes.
Because I sit there in a studio and I'm
essentially talking to yourself.
I talk into a mic and that's it. You know, we have social media where they interact, and Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and the WhatsApp line in the studio and stuff like that. But
it's like that. Describe what you do for a living badly, and then I talk to myself.
I speak into a void. That's what I do.
I agree.
Yes, exactly. Losing my marbles. But it's very nice when you go out and then you get to meet and interact with the people on the other side.
Yes.
Because, like you said now, I listen to my favorite person on the radio and I feel like I'm friends with them.
Yes, you do.
You know me. I know nothing about that other person.
Yeah.
So when we get to meet those people, whether it's in public or at an event or at a function or at a party or whatever, it's nice to make that human connection.
Yeah.
Not that we don't make the human connection, but physically see that person.
Yes.
And I think it's nice. For me, it is, at least. I mean, I can't speak
No, but
for
you
everybody,
do.
but
You
for me,
sound like
it.
you enjoy your job. I mean, you sound happy whenever you're on your shows, and I mean, the way you're speaking about your job, you sound like you love it. And that's also always such a nice blessing. Loving what you do for a living.
Yeah.
But Dean, thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you for having me.
Guys, please follow his social media. I'm going to put everything in the description below. Please listen to his show, support him. And we will be back with you next week. Bye.